Trying to decide exactly which hearing aids are best for you? Well, don't worry, I've got you covered. Hey guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona, and in this video, I'm talking about 4 factors to help you identify the best hearing aids for you. The last time I checked, there were hundreds of different hearing aid options available on the market, and that's just including prescription hearing aids, not even over-the-counter hearing aids. I literally spend all of my free time learning about these different hearing aids, and I still don't know everything about them. Then it got me thinking, if I've spent the last 12 years of my life trying to learn everything I possibly can about hearing aids and I still haven't scratched the surface, how the heck is someone who doesn't spend all of their free time supposed to identify which hearing aids are actually best for them? So I figured it might be a really good idea to share some foundational advice about what things you should be looking for to identify the best hearing aid technology for you. This way, if you're considering hearing aid technology that I haven't even looked at myself, at least you can use some of these different variables to identify if those hearing aids are actually going to do what you need them to do. But before I do me a huge favor, hit that like button, it really helps out the channel. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well, it is greatly appreciated. And a huge shout out to Resound for sponsoring today's video. Dating back to 1943, Resound has been known as a pioneer in the hearing aid industry. They introduced the first hearing aids equipped with 2.4 gigahertz Bluetooth technology and direct audio streaming from Apple devices. They also had the only microphone and receiver in canal technology called Marie that preserves your ear canal pinna effect for better localization so you can identify which direction sound is coming from and give you more natural sound quality. Their organic hearing philosophy inspires the development of their hearing aid technologies that sound and feel natural in order to help you hear your best whether in quiet situations or in background noise. Resound has a full lineup of custom in-the-ear hearing aids, receiver-in-the-ear hearing aids, and behind-the-ear hearing aids in both disposable battery and rechargeable battery models. So no matter which style you're looking for, Resound has you covered. Even more exciting, Resound is again leading the way with Bluetooth LE audio compatibility, which includes Auracast broadcast audio, ensuring you have the best streaming sound quality possible with better range and lower battery drain. If you're looking for new hearing aids, Resound should be on your short list of hearing aids to consider. That being said, which factors should you be considering when you're trying to identify the best hearing aid technology for you? Well, in my opinion, there are 4 of them, and the first one has to be the style of the hearing aid. Style is extremely important when it comes to hearing aids. Not only does this affect the way the hearing aid looks, but it can also impact the performance of that hearing aid depending on the type of hearing loss you have. For instance, if you have a high-frequency hearing loss with normal low and mid frequencies, you will probably want to use a receiver-in-canal hearing aid style. This is because receiver-in-canal hearing aids are really good at amplifying high frequencies without blocking low and mid frequency sounds that you can still hear naturally. If you have this type of hearing loss and you use a custom in-the-ear hearing aid, there's a possibility that you could experience occlusion, which makes your ears feel plugged up. So you see, most people think that style only has to do with what the hearing aid looks like, but it has a lot more to do with the performance of the hearing aid than most people think. Certain hearing aid styles may also allow for additional hearing aid features, which is the second factor when considering buying hearing aids. There are a ton of different hearing aid features. In fact, there's so many of them that I won't be able to cover all of them inside of this video, but I will be able to cover a couple of the really big ones, starting with rechargeability. With the new Reese's Law that requires child-proof packaging for button cell batteries, it may be very challenging for you to use disposable battery hearing aids if you have poor finger dexterity. Fortunately, most hearing aids, including receiver-in-canal, behind-the-ear, and custom in-the-ear styles, all come in rechargeable form factors. This way you can just pop your hearing aids in the charger at the end of the day, and you don't have to fiddle around with batteries anymore. Next, you have Bluetooth connectivity, and the future of Bluetooth is LE audio. Bluetooth LE audio is a brand new form of Bluetooth that was first released in some hearing aids in 2024. It gives you significantly better streaming sound quality at lower bit rates, and it has lower battery drain, which is very important for hearing aids since the batteries inside of hearing aids are extremely small. Not to mention, Bluetooth LE audio also gives you access to a new feature called Auracast broadcast audio, which will be a game changer for accessibility for individuals with hearing loss in public venues. So if you happen to go to a church, a museum, a Broadway show, or even a sports bar, you would be able to take the audio at those public venues and stream it into both of your hearing aids using Auracast. You also have noise reduction features inside of hearing aids that you want to make sure that you have. These are very important features to have, considering that the number one concern that people have with hearing loss is being able to hear in background noise. Hearing aids use a variety of different strategies to accomplish better hearing in background noise. One of them is directional microphones, another is digital noise reduction, and another is artificial intelligence. Hearing aids that use these features help you isolate in on the speech that you want to hear and block out the background noise that you don't want to hear, which is very important if one of your number one goals is hearing better in a noisy situation. This leads us to the third factor that you should be considering when trying to find the best hearing aids for you, which is access to different wireless accessories. If you want your hearing aids to perform even better, you should strongly consider using different wireless accessories to make that a possibility. For instance, if you struggle understanding dialogue on the TV while you're just using your hearing aids alone, did you know you could hook up a TV streamer to your TV to take that audio and send it wirelessly into both of your hearing aids? Or if you struggle in background noise situations like a noisy restaurant, did you know that there are wireless accessories that can take the speech of the people that you want to hear and send it directly from them into both of your hearing aids as well? Or if you don't have a smartphone and you need to be able to make adjustments in your hearing aids, there are some hearing aids that actually have remote controls that you can hook onto your keychain to make adjustments to your hearing aids. Even if you do not need an accessory right now to solve your hearing difficulty, you may need it at some point in the future. So when you're considering different hearing aids that are out there, you want to make sure that they at least have access to these different wireless accessories. And if hearing your best is really important to you, you need to make sure that you consider this fourth factor, which is finding the best hearing care professional possible. Perhaps the most underrated variable that will have the most impact on how well you hear with hearing aids is the hearing care professional that is fitting and programming those devices for you. A hearing care professional can literally make or break your performance with hearing aids. Get the right hearing aid from a hearing care professional who does not follow best practices and who's more interested in just selling you the next set of hearing aids. That is a recipe for disaster. For instance, when you get a new pair of hearing aids, your hearing care professional should be performing real ear measurement to verify that they're programming those hearing aids correctly to your hearing loss prescription. This is absolutely critical when it comes to optimal hearing. They also need to adjust all of these different digital features that I just got done talking about to make sure that your hearing aids perform correctly in different situations. If you get this fourth factor of the hearing care professional wrong, there is no way that you're going to experience the full benefit out of whatever hearing aids you get. Okay, let's do a quick recap on these four different factors. First one being the style of the hearing aid. Different styles perform differently for different types of hearing losses, so you need to make sure that you get the style right. Second are all of the other features that you have inside of a hearing aid. Some people need some of these features, other people do not need these features, but you need to make sure that the hearing aids you're going to be getting has the features that you actually need and want. The third factor is compatibility with different wireless accessories. While you might not need these wireless accessories right now, your wants and needs may change as time goes on, and if you don't have access to these wireless accessories, it's going to force you to purchase a new pair of hearing aids before you're ready. And the fourth and most important factor when it comes to identifying the best hearing aids for you is the hearing care professional that you get them from. Like I said, you could have a great pair of hearing aids fit by a hearing care professional who doesn't know what they're doing, and you are not going to get the full benefit out of those devices. On the other hand, if you have a hearing care professional who is excellent at what they do and they can get every last ounce of benefit out of those hearing aids, you're going to end up doing great. Now I know that there are an endless amount of factors that you should be considering when trying to identify the perfect hearing aids for you. But if you start with these four factors, chances are you'll be well on your way to hearing your absolute best.